They find a way to win again yesterday. This team is remarkable. Rex, can the Chicago Bears steal the NFC North?
They absolutely can, and the reason for it, they control their own destiny. And here's a point. Look, this young quarterback, you talk about the way he's improved over one season. It's because the connection with him and Ben Johnson. You knew it was going to be spectacular, and it has been. A generational talent. I've always said it. With a generational type coach, it looks like that's a great combination, but it's the defense. Look, the defense is absolutely abysmal. However, they are averaging a takeaway every 5 possessions. And if you do that, they absolutely can win this division.
They lead the NFL in turnovers. When that happens, you're going to win a lot of games, and you're going to be in that conversation to have the kind of year that the Bears are having right now.
I would say I don't think there's a quarterback who's had a better month than Caleb Williams when it comes to expectation and narratives. His last month has been very good. And all you're seeing is week by week him continue to play at a high level. There's misses still. I don't want to misrepresent it. Yes, there's still misses, and there's probably going to be that way for the remainder of the season. But he continues to make big plays. The playbook is fully open right now. They're throwing reverses. They put a 6th offensive lineman at fullback yesterday. They ran the football. They get an empty. They get in play action. They get completions. They get chunks. This is a throw down the field offense. So he's had just a very good month when it came to like that, the rubber meet the road moment.
You know what I like about him, D. Wood, too, is the mental toughness. He makes the huge mistake early in the game. He takes what should be a bad play, turns it into a safety, then turns it into a defensive touchdown. That's the kind of thing that can get into your head. Instead, boom, from that point forward, he elevates. The ability to overcome the bad mistake for a young quarterback, I thought was very encouraging.
That's huge. And I go back to you got Ben Johnson, man. When you're constantly, I said at the beginning, they had to deconstruct and to build him back up. And that to me is what's been happening with Caleb Williams. And right now, when you have a team that's believing on both sides of the ball, watch out for the Chicago Bears.
Shefty, Bears, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, that NFC North jam-packed.
Well, they're going to talk about Ben Johnson for Coach of the Year. Is Caleb Williams even eligible for Comeback Player of the Year? But they have essentially turned everything around. This has gone exactly the way that this team planned and envisioned. And it's worked out very well for them.
Yeah, and that's the point. We said before the year, see, here's the crazy thing they've done. We said before the year, the success of their season should not be judged by their one-loss record. It should be judged by the development of the quarterback. And that is obviously check, A+, whatever the highest grade.
But they're getting everything now.
Well, that's the point.
It all.
They've now played their way into a place where the fans are going to start to believe. And the schedule gets very tough from here on out, and those are really good teams behind them. So when I asked the group, who do we think is going to win the division, at least at this moment, no one picked the Bears, for whatever it's worth, right? I mean, we'll put the picks up on the screen. We got the Lions and Packers playing each other this weekend. The winner of that game, everyone seems to think is going to win the division.
Yeah, I do too, and of course I'm obligated to pick the Lions.
That's correct.
But literally, how big? You guys talk about how big this Kansas City game is with Dallas.
Yes.
How about this one?
Yeah.
On Thursday.
How about this one right here?
Yeah.
I mean, Green Bay, Detroit. That's massive.
Yeah, the thing that I would say that I'm surprised about, the Bears got the best offensive line in the division.
Yeah.
That's the best offensive line. That's what gives me hesitation with those.
One little moment.
All built.
I don't want this to fall under the radar. What did you just say about Green Bay, Detroit?
That'd be a great game to go to.
And Rex, you're going to be in Detroit visiting family. Are you going to go to the game?
No, I'm not allowed to go to the game, Brady, and the reason for it is I'm 0-3 in going to those Thanksgiving Day games. My son's like, you're staying home with the granddaughter. I'm like, all right.
So Rex will be in the Motor City.
He's totally looking forward to
Okay, I totally understand.
Happy Thanksgiving. Man.
The games to get to that we haven't touched on yet. Race it in here on the Hurry Up. D. Wood, the Rams destroy the Buccaneers last night. Are the Los Angeles Rams the best team in the National Football League?
Absolutely. Led by their quarterback who is on an absolute heater right now, leading candidate for MVP. And they got a defense that will attack your behind out there. So, yes, the Rams are the best team in the NFL, in my opinion.
The Rams are the Super Bowl favorite now at ESPN Bet, and Matt Stafford is the odds-on favorite at ESPN Bet to win MVP. They look spectacular and balanced. Yes, Rex, they look the best team in the NFL?
Oh, without question. Without question. I thought they proved it the week before, not this week, but the week before against Seattle.
And if you didn't stay up late and watch last night for the Buccaneers, injury was added to insult Baker Mayfield got hurt. It didn't look good. What do we know?
Well, he went in, x-rays were negative. He's going to have an MRI today. But as we talked about, when you are standing in street clothes on the sideline in the second half and your left arm is in a sling, that is code for you're going to miss some time. The question is how much time. And right now, the Buccaneers are tied with the Panthers for first place in the NFC South. The Panthers play tonight, and it looks like the Buccaneers are going to have to make do without Baker Mayfield for some period of time. We'll see exactly how long while Teddy Bridgewater fills in.
It was a season that started like with magic, right? It looked at the Buccaneers were just going to be that magical team, and now the injuries have just decimated them to the point that it's tough to even recognize them. Let's stay in the NFC. Dan, a lot of people very concerned about the young Vikings quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. Does this feel like an experiment that is failing right now?
It's hard to say no. Or it's hard to say, argue against it.
Right.
Paralysis by analysis. You watch JJ, and the thing that stands out is he's thinking of what he should be doing just physically, let alone what the ball should be, where the ball should be going, or what he should be doing against the defense. There's multiple clips where you just see him catch the snap. Look at this one. He's like, what's my drop on this play? I don't necessarily know. And just it's this paralysis with his body of I'm overthinking kind of what he should be doing with the drop, let alone what's my read or the concept and where the ball should be going.
Rex, before the game started yesterday on Sunday NFL Countdown, you said it looks like so much of it has gotten into his head and overthinking all of that. Paralysis by analysis, a perfect way to describe it.
Yeah, I think mentally, the mental part is affecting the physical, and that's why the fundamentals are so off. And,
but do you think it's not a mental part of what's the defense doing? It feels like a mental part of what I should be doing.
Absolutely, and here's what really, elevates it: pressure. Anytime you're getting any kind of pressure around him, whether he has to step up, whether he has to slide in the pocket, it throws off everything. And now he's losing confidence. He's not sure. He's playing young. And to me, he has physical skill sets. But when his mechanics, when he's overstriding, all those type of things come to light because it's right here. 70% of it is right here, 30% physical, and he's failing in all areas right now.
And the two things, my two quarterbacks, Alex and you, have both said the mental and the physical are tied together. What you see in the feet comes from the uncertainty in his head.
And what's happening right now is this is not connected to this for him. And so when those two things are disconnected, it always should start from the ground up. It's a problem. And coming out of school, the one thing that was concerning about his game, was he was robotic in a way, I'm trying to do the right thing so often, and right now he's just stuck in that world.
J.J. McCarthy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, biggest thought for me is they're going to have to bring in competition next year. He's literally playing that bad right now. He's lacking total confidence in the fundamentals and stuff like that, and I just think going into next year, just looking ahead, you're probably going to have to bring in some tough.
Yeah, look, it's 6 games, and that can't be overstated. It is much too soon to say J.J. McCarthy can't be a good NFL quarterback, but for the moment, obviously, the struggles are there. And staying in that